All right, by now, everybody knows Juan Soto has agreed to a monster deal with the Mets. So let's bring in New York Post Mets beat writer Mike Puma. Mike has a trending article up on the Post website, so make sure you guys go check that out right after this interview, of course. Mike, how you doing, my man?
I'm great. Busy night, but doing well down here in Dallas.
All right, hope you got some sleep, and I know you got the meetings to get to, so let's get straight into this. We all know that Soto was courted by a lot of suitors out there, but was Steve Cohen ready to, I guess, do whatever it took to make Juan Soto a Met?
Yeah, at the end of the day, he was. He was, and that's where the Mets' advantage was in this thing all along, is if offers were close in the end, which by all accounts they were, that Cohen was going to make that extra push, and he went there. And you look at this contract, and it's really quite a deal with the opt out after the fifth year, the $75 million signing bonus. There's a lot going on there, and in the end, 15 years, $765 million. Got it done.
So Steve Cohen's not going to write a check if he's not going to get some sort of ROI or return on his investment, Mike. So how is Soto going to fit into this lineup? And what do you see him bringing to this team, both on the field and off?
Yeah, well, certainly the Mets have a star player in Francisco Lindor, but if you're talking about trying to compete with the Dodgers here and what they're doing out on the West Coast with Ohtani and Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts and Yamamoto and all the stars they're bringing in out there, you have to get a guy like Juan Soto, and there's very few of them. So this brings an it factor to the Mets. Soto is, he's had quite a following in his 1 year with the Yankees and became a popular player in New York. And, this pushes the Mets into a new stratosphere now. You're talking about a team that you expect, the Phillies are certainly a good team, and the Braves are a good team. You expect the Mets to be right there with them in the NL East. And, the big fish, obviously, is the Dodgers. That's what they're going to have to get past to go to the World Series. So this puts them in that arena.
I was just talking to our colleague, John Heyman, about the moxie that the Yankees now have to replace. You've covered the Mets for a long time. Have you ever seen a player with that it factor, that moxie that Juan Soto brings?
Probably not among the free agents they've ever signed in the franchise's history. Lindor had a little bit of that, but probably not to the degree of Juan Soto, who was just so immensely popular and so young. He's 26 years old. And, he came up when he was 19. It seems like this guy's been around forever, and he's only 26 years old. But, you go back to the 80s when Gooden and Strawberry arrived, and those were homegrown guys who emerged, and they kind of had that it factor. But if you're talking about bringing in a free agent here, it's Juan Soto.
The OMG song was a hit. It's only a matter of time till the Soto Shuffle becomes some new TikTok dance that's trending around amongst the kids. David Stearns has done a lot when it came to bringing in pitching. What do you think is next for him when it comes to, I guess, rounding out the rest of this roster?
I think the thing you look at next is what happens with Pete Alonso here, and that was on the back burner this whole time that the Juan Soto negotiations were ongoing. Now, does the Soto deal decrease the likelihood Alonso returns, or is Steve Cohen all in on this thing and willing to give Alonso the big bucks? I think we'll see here pretty soon that market should heat up. The Yankees certainly have a need for power and a first baseman. They could be a factor. So you look at Alonso, and then you look at rounding out the starting rotation. David Stearns has already made a couple of additions with Frankie Montas and Clay Holmes, and there's at least one more opening there. And then, certainly the bullpen, I think you want add at least one or two established arms down there. So there's still a lot of work to be done here, but the Soto decision just kind of opens the gates here for business to occur here at the winter meetings.
Mike Puma, I know you have to attend to those winter meetings, so thanks for hopping on with us, my man. Have a great day.
All right, thank you.